Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. We've got a number of things on the agenda to get through today. Most importantly, first thing is first. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Second thing second. Senor Richardson. Ruben is going to be called up to the first team, but going to go out on loan. That would be the general consensus from the comment section. My fear is calling him up too soon and him getting bids for him because he's going to be a great goalkeeper with fantastic potential and not actually getting to use him for much time at all. So he's going to come up to the starting lineup. No, he's going to come up to the first team squad, and then we'll look to short-term loan him at the very least in the upcoming January transfer window. However, he is going to start the first game today, which is an FA Cup game against Carlisle, and he'll start in the Sims game against Bristol Rovers in the Papa Johns as well. We're going to play him in cup games. Also going to call up Marshall with a view of loaning him out, and equally Kennedy and Pearson. Pearson will definitely go out on loan. Kennedy I might be able to utilise, although we did have another winger that came up a couple of episodes ago that has shown a little bit of promise in Park. Technically he's not great at all, but with really good physicals for the level that we're playing at, he genuinely made a difference when he played the other day. So I'm hoping he could be quite good for us as well. Of course, we're missing Clark for one game today. We'll be missing Evans for a month. He might be back by the end of the month. He might not. So Castro, our Bolivian newbie, goes into the starting lineup alongside Alan, our Welsh newbie. I could do with some centre-backs sooner rather than later from my Youth Scout reports, please, if you don't mind. So without any further ado, we're going to go and play Carlisle in the FA Cup. We have played Carlisle already this season and gotten a 2-1 win. So we have previous against them, and hopefully that previous will come good again. Make sure you drop the video a like, I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll be adding some shorts content to the channel soon as well. I've been uploading on TikTok, I've been uploading on Instagram Reels, and they will make their way onto the YouTube channel as well. There's going to be a lot of content in a lot of different places. Right, cracking on, let's go and play Carlisle. Richardson making his debut at 16 years of age. Not only his FA Cup debut, but his first team debut as well. Keen eyes on him. Is he actually going to be any good? He's better than Cunningham in every area other than positioning. And positioning will make a big difference for Cunningham, being 6'6" as well. However, it's old 6'9" Tomasz Holy that's in goal for our opponents again. But we scored 2 against him last time. They have a decent side, Carlisle. But we have to be confident that we can get the job done, despite the fact we're playing not our first team midfielder in one position, and certainly not a first team centre-back alongside Schofield. Powell only 50 rated. I may look to the transfer market in January. If there's anyone we might potentially have the opportunity to buy from another club that might be half decent. Of course, only signing Youth Academy prospects in January or in any transfer window, and we won't sign anyone that is higher rated than anyone else we have in our current team. Austin's ball in, not bad, but it didn't lock onto Glover there. You will have to let me know as well. I know this is now actually a bit of a longer highlight, but do let me know in the comment section what you've been thinking of the slightly snappier highlights and the shorter videos as well. Is that a good move? Is that a bad move? Austin. Morris. I think there used to be a car called a Morris Austin. Ah. Well, it's Carlisle that are driving into the front seat here in this FA Cup tie. No clean sheet for Richardson on debut. He couldn't get out to it quickly enough, and Carlisle have given themselves a 1-0 lead here. Obvious ball through the middle, but I mean, that's just the bad first touch from a 50 rated player. Not really much I can do in that situation, and it's a tidy finish as well. Carlisle lead. Gibson on the edge of the box into Garner, backing in. Powell does well enough on that occasion. Allen just doesn't pass it quickly enough. Whoa, the power shot beats Richardson as well. Into the back of the net. Moxon makes it 2-0 as the minutes tick by into 2-0 as well. Struck very, very hard. Excellent finish. 18.4 metres. 111.8 kilometres an hour. Bloody hell. That might be why Richardson didn't save it then. That ball was shifting. That's a lovely ball forward. He's got support here, Patrick, if he needs it. He doesn't. Richardson makes his first save. Decent stop with his right hand. Corner comes in and on target again, and Richardson down to it. Into Morris. Glover's there. Look at the run. is Vaughan. He's in behind. It will be a great opportunity to get ourselves one back here away from home. We've had to travel a long way to nearly the border with Scotland to come up to Brunton Park. But we're not out of the FA Cup yet. Lovely movement by Vaughan, filling in for the injured Evans. Filling in very well. Get a little bit lucky. Let's use that luck. Let's make it work in our favour. Allen out wide. Glover in the middle. In a good position. Tried to go across goal. It went to the near post. Tomasz Holy probably would have saved it any which way though. We're going out the FA Cup. We've tried our best to come back. But unfortunately, they've just been too good for us on this occasion. 2 early goals for Carlisle. See them through to the second round of the FA Cup. Now, I fear for my managerial rating because of the round of 16 expectation. Don't worry, I have passed feedback onto the devs multiple times about the fact that that being the lowest expectation you get in the FA Cup. Not particularly great for lower league managers, is it? And it may well put me under significant pressure early doors in the save. I certainly hope not, but time will tell. Up next then, a couple of Sims games. One in the Papa John's Trophy, and then another in the league. Papa John's Trophy up next. Bristol Rovers, the opponents, a League One side. We have already lost to League One MK Dons in this competition, and we probably will lose to Bristol Rovers as well. In fact, actually, we were going to quick sim the cup games, weren't we? So, quite simply, oh my God, we actually won it. Kennedy and Nesbitt with the goals. We bossed it, 70% possession, so we've beaten a League One side. Shame I couldn't beat a League Two side in the FA Cup, wasn't it? Next up in the league at home is Walsall. Clark back in the starting lineup, back from suspension. So we should be a little bit firmer at the back, I hope. You never know. The last time we simmed a league game, we actually ended... Oh my God, he's run all the way through! Deary me, Vaughan on a worldy run. We did beat Swindon in a sim. And we just weirdly interactive and then quick simmed the game against Bristol Rovers and won that as well. So... who knows what could happen in this one against Walsall? Jamil Matt knows. It's 1-0 to them. Playing some better football in the simulated games now, but it hasn't, on this occasion, led to anything. Now it has! Mr. Allen, our Welsh newbie, bags his first goal for the club. Get in. Oh, it's a nice ball out wide. Can we win it at the death? Try a worldie. Someone shoot. No, unfortunately not. It's a 1-1 draw against Walsall, which is a very respectable result. An unbeaten run of 2 now, with the win in the cup. Actually, no, is it an unbeaten run of 3? No, it's 2, isn't it? Yeah, we've had 3 games so far. The win in the cup and the draw in the league. Now, played games back-to-back. Bradford away and Doncaster at home. Bradford are near the top of the table. I'm fully expecting them to be pretty decent to play against, but we're going to change our mindset. We've gone into a number of games this season where I've gone, oh, I probably expect them to win. We have proven so far this season, despite our lowly league position, that we can battle with most sides in this league. So we're going to have a change of mindset. We're not going to go in expecting to lose. We're going to go in thinking, you know what? We could get something from this. Morris gets in to get rid of that, and we can't challenge for it. They've got a lot of big players, Bradford. They are a big, meaty team. Osadebe, also a former Cambridge man, and finds Cook, who I think was offside. I hope was offside. Wasn't offside. 1-0 Bradford City. They lead. He's just onside. It's really tight, though. If it were real life with no VAR... you could absolutely understand if the official had put his flag up. Unfortunately, with it being FIFA, it definitively knows yes or no, onside or offside. Allen with space to play Gardner into. And Glover's in for an equaliser. Nope. Glover is there. The left back's going again, but here's Vaughan. We'll still look to the left back. Oh my God. The left back. Austin. Oh! Not a bad effort at all either. Go on, son. Rate that very highly. Good lad. Who's got Vaughan here. And Austin around the corner. The fullback's already nearly scored once. He's in again. He's still not quite managed to score the goal, but I'm getting more efforts from my left back today than I am anybody else at the moment. Go on, Francis. And then we've got people to cut it back to here. Glover again. Good save by the keeper. Still can't get there. We've been good in this game. giving as good as we're getting. Unfortunately, we haven't done as much scoring as they have. Vaughan, Glover's made to move. And he's in. Please this time. That is well deserved. Jensen Glover adds an equaliser in the 50th minute. And absolutely, we've earned that. Have a quick sip of tea, pal. You love to see it. We're level in this one. Get in. Castro. Morris. See the man at the back post. Oh, he's just not tall enough. They do have a team full of giant men. And unfortunately, that was one of my smallest that was underneath that. Otherwise, it would have been, surely, 2-1. Kennedy's in here. Off the bench. Kennedy. Oh! I was trying to get it right in that postage stamp area. Top corner. We nearly did it. They've got 3 minutes to counter here. And Bradford might be potentially in to steal it on the counter from our corner. I need Austin to get across to him here. Chapman. Austin's done brilliantly. I'm really enjoying Austin. He's not very high rated, but he's rock solid and offers something going the other way, as we've seen in this episode and in this game as well. But it's only a point for us. We could have won it. We absolutely could have lost it at the death as well. We shall take the point and go midweek to Doncaster. Cunningham has grown again, up to 62 now. Up to, despite being 30 years of age. Absolutely finished growing now, but that's superb. Love to see that. Considerably clear. Actually, we're not considerably clear of the bottom two. We're only 4 points above Stockport. We need to start winning some games. Only 13 goals scored. That's our weak point at the moment. Bradford top of the table, so to get them to a draw is very impressive indeed. Doncaster next. Doncaster Rovers, another one of the more recently relegated sides down to League 2. Our second Patreon player, Liam Taylor, in their midfield. Someone that chose to start at a club and stay at that club for the whole save, rather than start as a free agent and bounce about. But a 5 at the back is going to be difficult. But we've taken such confidence from recent games that we're now starting to not really fear anyone, despite being low in the league and quite close to that relegation zone. Kennedy starts at cam and Vaughan is dropped a bit deeper. Kennedy certainly made an impact off the bench and made an impression. Annoyingly, the referee is wearing all black again, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but we shall deal with it. Hurst on the wing. I think it's all over. Oh God, it might be. Close. Tackled. It falls free and over the bar. Molyneux slams it. No composure from him. Well over the top. Thank God for that. Here's Miller. Many a man running. It's Hurst. It's 1-0 Doncaster. He couldn't quite help set up a teammate earlier. Didn't need any teammates this time. Doncaster take the lead at Patreon Park. Kennedy. How's he from distance? Ooh, had the keeper a little worried momentarily there. Had me a bit interested as well. Initially I thought it was going wide, and then the keeper's like, oh! Did nearly. Tried the extra pass, it didn't work. Allen to Kennedy. Kennedy again on target this time, but Mitchell down to it. How's your first touch? Oh, the keeper's... Oh my God, please. No, it's the referee! Screw you and your black kit, ref. I hate you. Corner for Donny at the end of the first half. Close delivers. Oh no. You could just tell when it was floating over, I wasn't going to be able to get to that. Doncaster take a 2-0 lead. We've managed to stave off defeat against a couple of big boys in today's episode, but I have a funny feeling that is coming to an end with this one. That'll be half time, will it, ref? Please? No! Oh, I was just trying to clear the ball away because I thought I cleared it. No! Oh, I thought I was in possession, so I tried to hoof it. I didn't have the ball. Very, very, very late on in the first half. Just out-muscled and then tackled next to the ball. Oh, man, when the luck's not with you, the luck's not with you. 3-0 Donny. Hurst quickly into Miller. Oh, that heavy touch is just enough to get him past everybody, but Cunningham springing away to make the stop. Brilliantly done. Hurst now with the short corner. Tommy Rose come on for Ben Close. Here's Molyneux. Donny looking dangerous again. Forced to go all the way back though by some good defending, which is not something we've shown much of in this game. Miller to Rowe. Rowe to Miller. Miller to back of net. But he might have been offside. He was. It won't count. Ah. He was onside. It will count. hit a hand. I'm sure that hit a hand. It did. Free kick in a decent position, this. It's a bit further out than I thought. We'll lay it off short. And then we'll try something from the training ground, maybe. Vaughan, I mean, he went to ground there. Looks as if he might have been fouled. Allen will pump this out wide to ensure that it gets to Morris. And Vaughan again. And teammates in support. Kennedy, for the umpteenth time in this game, is the man that it falls to have the shot at goal. But again, straight at the keeper. We definitely had enough chances against Bradford to get a victory against them. And I dare say we've had enough chances here against Doncaster to maybe find ourselves in a position where we could justify getting a point from it. I can't even get the ball past the keeper once, though, at the minute. Mitchell is living a charmed life, but it's a life that, at the minute, is going to keep him with a clean sheet, and Donny going to get a big win, but it is not deserved, I don't think. It's been a much more even game than the scoreline depicts. Definitely flatters them. And Kennedy, there's space to get into here between the lines, and Kennedy's the man breaking free again. Just manages to squeeze the ball off to Vaughan, who's got Glover, and Vaughan again. Back to Allen. Connor Allen from the edge of the box, over the bar again. The chances are coming here, but the majority of them are from outside the box, which is making it difficult because we don't really have any long shot specialists. Oh, it's a mistake at the back from Donny. Bradford did the same. I've had enough chances in this game to win it about 6-4. Allen. Glover. Oh, he's beaten the man. Just needs to show a bit of pace. Can he have a composed finish? He can. We deserve something. We've gotten something. But I don't really feel like we're necessarily in the mood to celebrate, do you? Tommy Rowe. Effort tipped over the bar. They're looking for a fifth, Donny. They don't deserve it. Their goals have been decent. But I've had so many chances. We rued the missed chances against Bradford, not allowing us to get a win from that game. And we could have comfortably won the game against the Bantams. And if we're honest with ourselves, we could have got a strong win here as well. 9 shots to their 11. Certainly we were good enough to have deserved a point from it. But we won't get anything. I'm starting to look over my shoulder a little bit. Unfortunately, Evans isn't back for the final game of the month, but he certainly should be available for the beginning of tomorrow's episode, we pray. We've been better than our results show today. We definitely deserved at least one win, if not more, perhaps, from the games that we've been involved in. But hopefully, if we can get something here against Gillingham, then I won't feel quite so dejected. That's misplaced. Vaughan. Glover. Oh, worldy! Jensen Glover with an absolute screamer to give us the lead in the 39th minute. Wow. That's the first goal we've scored from outside the box in this save so far, I think. And Jensen Glover has buried that with fantastic aplomb. And he's in again, but won't score this time. We lead at half-time down in Priestfield. Only 2 shots in the game so far. Ours went in, theirs didn't. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Glover's in. He's over the keeper. He's cleared off the line. So close to a second to almost certainly seal the result. Will be a big 3 points if we can hold on here. 2 minutes added on at the end of the game. And with Gillingham going backwards, it will be 3 points for us. Glover's late goal in the first half seals the win. And we've earned that in this episode today. Most certainly, haven't we? It keeps us in the bottom few, but rises us up from 21st to 19th. There's now a 7-point gap to the relegation zone below us. And we're only 3 points off Barrow in 13th, but our very lowly goal difference, joint worst in the division, is not great, but it's mainly because we're not scoring many, as opposed to us conceding an absolute shed ton. That said, we have started to concede perhaps a few more, with the 4 against Donny, going with the 5 against Leyton Orient yesterday, and the 3 against Wimbledon. So that's what? Almost half of our goals conceded this season in just those 3 games. So I'm not too worried about the state of the side at the back. Now, we will get to the end of the month and have a look again if we can get ourselves some youth scout capabilities. I'll delegate this. I'll look for a short-term loan initially, and then we'll wait and see what happens later on in the season. There's not really much from those scout reports, unfortunately, that is worth showing you, actually. Gibbons is 1. Striker he's come through as, but certainly will be better as a centre-back. His tackling stats are significantly better than any of his others. with his short passing being decent, maybe a CDM, but I think centre-back at 6 foot. Then there is Lee Jenkins, who at the minute doesn't look great, but he's got high potential windows. So maybe with some loan football, we could get him out and growing. And then Connick is a player who is all right physically. Technically, finishing is significantly his standout stat, so I'm training him as a striker, and we'll see what happens there. But not promising at the minute. What I'm contemplating doing is actually sacking one of my youth scouts and trying to find a 1-star, 2-star scout that might give me something that's a little bit better. So I'm actually going to recall Koivula, sack him, and then try and sign someone a little bit better. We'll bring that to you in the next episode if we're able to do that. Tomorrow, we actually are through in the Papa John's Trophy, so we've got Barrow there. It's a very busy month of December, so I will probably end up playing Stockport, whoever that is. I think maybe Sutton and Grimsby, and we'll sim the cup game against Barrow, and then we'll play the ones after that. In fact, I could probably just go view fixture. Who are you, mate? It is Sutton. I thought so. It was like the one badge I didn't recognise, and I'm pretty sure I know most of the others in that division. Okay, well, that's us for today. Some, again, positive results, some growth in the squad, but overall, 1 win in the league, 2 draws, and 2 defeats. Although one of the defeats was in the cup. So overall, 2 defeats, 2 draws, 2 victories. That's about where we are as a team right now. Average. But average is better than being shite. So we will take average for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do join me tomorrow for some more. Plenty more on the way before we reach January. I am worried about some of our higher rated players leaving with bids, but we'll wait and see what happens. I'll see you then.